In today's video, because we all know you're missing your night out on the town in Benidorm, we'll be showing you what Saturday night looks like at the moment. We'll also be talking to one of Benidorm's best loved entertainers and star of bargain loving Brits in the Sun, Miss Levi G, at his home. Hello, my name's Michelle Baker. I'm the owner and editor of Benidorm's free read, The Round Town Times. But right now I'm documenting the return of the resort to the new normal in a series of videos called Benidorm Forever. We put a new video on every week. If this is the first one that you're watching, please take time to watch the previous ones and share them, because we want as many people to keep in touch with our resort as possible until the time's right for you to return. So what's been happening in this last week in Benidorm, apart from me getting to the hairdressers? Come and see. There's been a big shift in mood this week since Spain announced that we will welcome international tourism from July the 1st. Now, this positive news has spurred a few more places to open, but it's a bittersweet victory because it was also in the news this week that the UK government planned to impose a 14-day quarantine when you get back off your holiday. So the bookings aren't exactly flooding in, but Survey Group hotels, for example, have announced that they will be opening some of their hotels here in Benidorm from July, meaning it's only a matter of time before you can get here safely, and that is music to our ears. For many of us locals, this has also been a week of firsts, largely prompted by our fantastic weather. We've had a mini heat wave, so people just really wanted to be out. So it was the first time people saw their friends. We personally went out for our first drink in 10 weeks. I got to see my mum and dad for the first time since the lockdown began, and our kids got to see their friends. And because it was the first weekend out for many, we popped into Benidorm to see how busy it is. Absence of tourists, as you can see, it's not that busy, but there are the occasional pockets of people, especially towards the old town where the local Spanish live, and especially early in the evening. That's tapa time for the locals. The places that were the busiest were those popular with the Spanish youngsters, like for example Rockstar, and it was really nice to see them all so happy to be finally allowed out. Another interesting observation is that you come across the same people day after day, because there's so few of us left here when you take away the tourists. You constantly bump into each other. We're all wandering around like a handful of extras in a low-budget movie. It's also funny to see everyone dressed up but wearing a mask, the new normal of course, and you'll already notice that patterned and matching masks are taking the place of the bog standard blue ones. Obviously, the bars and restaurants have all had to adapt to comply with the new rulings, which is why many have decided not to open yet. Everyone's got hand sanitisers at the entrance, for example. The tables and chairs are disinfected between clients, and it's still terrace space only and only 50%. This, together with the lack of tourists, makes it hard to cover expenses, and it leaves you wondering if it's worth their while.
Yes, opening in phase one was worth it for us, but we have a lot of regular customers here and Spanish as well, but locals, and it was lovely to see them again. I know it's a business and you have to run a business, but it's so nice to see them, and we thought we'd have a good support, and we have every day. We've had lots of people in, and we've had some new people in as well, so it's nice, it's very nice.
Well, obviously we're delighted it's working for Stars Bar, but overall the lack of tourists in Benidorm, as you can imagine, is putting an enormous strain on those out of work, and many of them are having to rely on the food bank, which was set up at the start of the lockdown by members of the Benidorm British Business Association, and it's now feeding 80 families in and around Benidorm. This food bank relies on the generosity of the locals, who can donate food in our local Iceland supermarket, or they can donate money.
Trolley at least every few days for the food bank. This is overseas in Benidorm.
A big supporter of the food bank is Wayne, also known as Miss Levi G. Some of you may remember Wayne from Bargain Loving Brits in the Sun, where he appeared in all 3 series. Now Wayne has lived here for 27 years and he's worked his way up. He owned the Queen's Hotel, the Showboat restaurant and cabaret bar, and he founded the charity Busy Bees, which was initially to help the local children's home. But with the current crisis, Wayne recently lent his talents to host the Benny Aid Facebook charity concert, which featured 13 local Benidorm acts and raised a massive €3,300 for the food bank. But as grim as the situation appears right now, Wayne is very positive for the future of our beautiful resort.
Hi UK, Levi here from the Palladium. Well, it's so nice to be back in touch with you all. Boy, I've missed you. Well, we're I think 11 weeks in now, and I've not done one single show in 11 weeks, which is unusual because normally I work 6 or 7 nights a week. But I've been very busy, sewing lots of new costumes for you all to see and rehearsing some new numbers. And we're all very excited. There's a great buzz in Benidorm now. We can have flights back, so it's only going to be a month until you're all back with us and enjoying it. And it's been great to see all the town hall and everything working to make sure the hotels and restaurants are all up with all the latest specs, so it's going to be a nice safe resort for you to come to, and all the acts in Benidorm, well, a big shout out to them because they've all been doing live shows for free for you on Facebook and other social media, and lots of them are rehearsing new shows, so you're going to have lots of new exciting shows that you've never seen before as well, including me. I've changed the puppets, Sac Test Club 7, and I might even give you a little show of those in a moment, what I've been busy sewing and making while we've been locked down. It's been lovely to relax. I've never had all this time off before, but can't wait to get back to work. So Benidorm needs you. Book those flights. Okay, look, I promise you something new. This is my new Greatest Showman, new number for you, all coming this year. So I've been busy making all these the past, well, God knows how long since I last went to work. So that's one of the numbers. We miss you, Wales. Hope you're coming back to us soon. You too, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and England. We miss you all. We want you Brits back with us. Come home soon. We're missing you. Miss Levi needs you.
A final piece of positive news this week was announced this morning, and that is that the local campsites are expected to have a bumper summer as people look for alternative ways to holiday whilst at the same time maintaining a certain level of self-isolation, and that is the beauty of holidaying in a caravan or a motorhome. Next week, we'll talk about moving into phase 2. So that means in theory, the beaches will reopen, we'll be allowed to eat inside restaurants with the air conditioning, and best of all, I get to go shopping to the shopping centre. We'll also be heading over to Albia, which is the next town north of Benidorm, to find out why is Albia already busier than Benidorm. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video. Remember, if there's anywhere that you particularly miss, just leave us a comment. We'll try and include it in the next one. And if you're open, let us know. We'll come past and get away from you. Please like and share. We want as many people as possible to remember Benidorm forever.